Welcome to an episode of Genshin Impact. Let's get started, shall we? Alright. First things first, we're gonna face this guy right here.
Gather!
Take flight! Kamisajo art! Sometsu!
Solidify!
Time to go!
My apologies!
I will have order!
As one with wind and cloud!
Lightning flash!
Solidified!
Bellowing thunder! Ha! Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
Gather!
Wind strike!
Take flight!
This is order! Stabilize!
Clouds high, the birds call!
My apologies!
Alright, so we got that out of the way. I don't know how far she is to being leveled. 6 ouch. Oh no, it's a sacrificial great sword. Oh no. Oh yeah, speaking about that, talents. Is today the talent day or no? No, but Saturday is. Okay. Well, before I even begin with that...
Time to go!
I'm gonna go ahead and check the bottom. There's a top part. Well, there's that thing.
Take this!
Time to go!
Stabilize!
Take this!
Oh yeah, there was a top part that I wanted to climb up.
The wind knows me.
Oh, I thought I saw something else.
Follow the wind.
Interesting indeed. I do want to go up there though. What the fuck? And Azuma is be trippy as fuck.
Follow the wind.
What the hell?
Take this!
Follow the wind.
Yeah, Azuma's a real weird area.
Take this!
Atsunaki. You know what? We're gonna have Lisa over
I'll
here.
keep an eye on you.
You. Into the wind. Time to go.
Well, shit.
Come a little closer.
Damn, this should be disappearing and reappearing like nothing. Alright, so the next thing that we gotta do is switch this up. Huh, it's really a dead end. Okay. Well, that's new. Thought that's my continuously converges into each other. Huh. New experiences today.
Time to go.
There's only really one way to go when it's over this way. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the memo. Oh. That's where you is. I'm like, I don't see the memo. Who would set fucking food up here? What a fucking waste. Damn, got me worried about that electricalist.
Time to go.
Oh, you want to hide food there? Spoilable vegetables that's been there for who knows how long. I could see ore being just stuck there, but really? You're gonna stick something that's not rocks? Okay, a little cubby hole. Okay.
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
Oh. Well. It's been about 4 weeks, but
Time to go.
alas, we're here.
Follow the wind.
Naku weed.
Time to go.
Really? There's another one up there? That's probably inside, if I actually think about it. It's probably not it being like up top, because I've already been up top. Hey, more Naku weed.
Time to go.
I do want to go up there. Just to check. I've been over here without being over here. I've been there. Forgetting things in my old age. See, it's what you can say if you're past 25. Forgetting things in your old age. Is that electro or is that just regular ass rock? I've seen it before, but I didn't pay any attention to it. Yeah, it's regular rock. We ain't got many more of those chests over here. But we're gonna find whatever we got left.
Time to go.
Oh well. Boop.
Time to go.
There's a shortcut? And a Sealy. Oh yeah, I'm leaving the music thing just because, in case I play a game, like an adventure game that's in VR and I just want to jam out while I'm adventuring. Yeah, sometimes music can make you feel like a badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Lightning flash! Take flight! Kamisato art! Sometsu!
Stabilize.
Wind strike.
That it? I guess that's it. In a little bit, I might actually go after that crystal marrow. Speaking of which, boop, boop, boop. All those three are done with. There's crystal marrow in here too.
Take this! Whirling snow!
What is... I guess the next thing I could do is that. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Oh, there's stuffs about the events. Done that, done that. That has 5 days, and I'll have to do all of them. Does it have a crown? No, it's just got this stuff. I'm actually thinking about doing it. Okay. Thanks for the free XP.
As one with wind and cloud.
Hey, I pressed the pause menu button and it summoned a whirlwind. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be looking for a lot of crystal marrow. Okay, we got 3 down. I was hoping I could switch to Ioka as I travel that way. No, there's like some 5 stars that I haven't really made level 90. I do level up some 4 stars to level 90. I'm thinking about getting Sayu to at least level 90. As for Soya Mia, starting out, probably not. Eventually, maybe so.
Take flight. Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
Time to go. Time to go.
Why crystal marrow only spawns against bones? I don't know. I don't know what makes it do it. I don't know if it's a fungus. I don't know if it's a bacteria, a crystalline product produced only in the bones of deceased gigantic beings. Because I understand what bone marrow is, and this seems more crystalline. Well, looks like we gotta update the app. Well.
with nature.
My apologies.
If anything, I should focus on getting Ayaka's talent leveled up as well. She has 1. She does need to use 1 condensed resin, though.
Time to go. Cheer. The wind knows me. Follow the wind.
I really think those, what she has, is gonna be for, you know, for like weapons and stuff. The Hydro Maiden. I forgot her full name, but close enough. It's like Hydro Maiden, Water Maiden, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call her. Fine by me.
Time to go.
Would I say Sayu's my favorite? No. Out of the short characters you can use? Maybe so, but definitely not out of every character in the game. Pretty sure there'll be somebody released that I like way better. To be honest, I like Yoimiya. Not Yoimiya, fuck, Yanfei. I get those names confused, or at least I just did. But yeah, Yanfei is real fun. Don't know about Yoimiya though. I've never really. Hopefully she'll be really useful.
Time to go.
Take this!
Gather!
Shit! Time to go. Yeah. Time to go. Follow the wind.
See, you can only get these on Yoshori Island because of these bones. And only because of these bones can you get them. Which makes Sayu an incredibly powerful unit, considering it. She upgrades from the presence of a dead, powerful being.
One with nature.
One that they said was godlike. So, regardless,
The wind knows me.
a primordial being like that, and you use their remains, that makes you incredibly stronger than what you used to be. That's just a fact. Other than that, there's a lot of other things about that that could be debatable. So we got over here to that we gotta go, and we got over here. We were just there though, so we just did that. We did that, we did that, and we did that. So it'd be straight across is the next one. I don't think we have any more that we can give.
Time to go. Follow the wind. Time to go. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
No, if I really remember it this good, then I probably didn't really need the map. Because really, I haven't even used the map. I was going to, but had to update and shit, so I was just like, no point. Hey, more bones. But yeah. Oh, we almost have enough.
Time to go.
Yeah, that's lavender melon.
You know a thing or two. Barry.
Time to go. Follow the wind. Wind. Wind Strider. Yeah. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Ah, there's one over there. That's crazy.
Time to go. One with nature.
Now we just wait.
Into the wind.
Can I face Makugeki again?
Time to go.
Well, before that, oh yeah, I had to check this. Seems good. Okay.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Alright. So I don't know how many rounds in Theater Mechanicus I'll be able to do, but I'll try to do a few of them.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Stabilize!
Clouds high. The birds...
Embrace the ice!
I will have order!
Bellowing thunder! Take flight! Yeah, Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
This is order! Crumble! Stabilize!
Wind strike!
Whirling... Lightning flash!
Alright, so that takes care of that. Okay, so now we're going here. We're going here. Well, I didn't mean to have Lisa in this, but we could just avoid it. Because really, Lisa ain't gonna be able to do anything.
Time to go.
Stabilize!
One with wind and cloud!
I'm ready!
You're in for a little shock.
Order guide you! Have a little taste! Quake! Freeze! Gather! Time for retribution!
Wind strike! Clouds high. The birds call!
This is order! Gather!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Free! Burn! Stabilize.
As one with wind and cloud.
You've been a naughty boy.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh, it works, so. We'll use condensed resin. It'd be our best option. Yep. Leave domain. Level up Ayaka's thing to level 6. And then focus on Sayu. Wait, okay, I have under 1 million. Okay. Wait, I can make more wishes. That's cool. Huh? I got a Skyward Spine from that? That's, something I was not expecting at all. Well, now it's rank 2. Okay. You know what? Why not? I'll be impressed if Lisa wishes for Yoyami and gets her. With a single. Okay, another 5. Alright. Alright, so what can we get? Let's see. I would have to spend a lot for that. If I want, I can get 160,000 more. We'll save it for now. I obviously don't know what I'm going to need. Won't let me accept for whatever reason. We need to go back here and talk to this one guy.
Time to go.
The insolent shall be punished.
Follow the wind. Time to go.
Add Astra.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Wind strike. Into the wind.
Solidify!
The wind knows me.
Lightning flash!
Time to go. One with nature.
Take this! Take flight! A blade embraces. Time to begin work?
It is as the stars foretold. My experiment will succeed.
Sounds good to me.
We may leave at any time.
Delve into destiny.
Time to go. Into the wind.
Let me scry. Shadows of fate.
The wind knows me.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Into the wind.
No touching!
The wind knows me. Wind strike.
So, my goal is to get the light and the primos. This is probably going to be the hardest thing I've ever done on here. I can get to 6 and 10, that much is easy. Defeating those many amount of opponents, easy. Easy. But the ones below are going to be tough.
One with nature.
Time to go.
Let me scry.
Time to go. Wind strike. One with nature. Into the wind.
Access denied. No touching.
The wind knows.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
One with nature.
Born of ice and frost.
Wind strike.
That sucks. It just seems really difficult. You can't even destroy all the, all the enemies you have to face.
Time to go.
Well, let's go check out the quests.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
Definitely.
In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
It's been quite some time since I've seen anyone show up with a new invitation letter. I wish you two luck.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Hyman doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that the...
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly...
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
You're talking about the Shogun?
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
Not really.
Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Delicious tea. The books were more interesting in the past.
So the statue of your Archon. Interesting.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are—
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for
Right.
Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
Yes.
The
already know
Raiden
that.
Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
For what reason? For what happened in Mondstadt?
The
Liyue?
Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being— oh, I don't know.
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind—
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally! So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the sheerest Sage Himegimi you keep going on about? Oh, behind the
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving get. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's...
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please, wait! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
I think I met all
Correct.
3.
Please do all you can to help them. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka...
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
That must be the guy Ayaka told him.
Ah, you must also be here to... Teijima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of... But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We will gladly apologize if that...
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt Decree. It's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around. Tejima, so what's made you want to up and leave all...
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's... And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave and all that? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like in the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness in...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help... But if you can't... Oh! Maybe if you just try a little harder...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time
I keep a diary? If you say so.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
This looks like Tejima's diary. Let's see what... Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was Black Snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding... I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never... Seems like you're... Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. So this is the interesting. Looking at... But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a... somewhere that Tejima visit. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe it must be something pretty amazing if it made him... It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So the reason... But he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give...
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. But still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think... Love? Regret? Everything I felt? No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all... I think... maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for... Although... what if she were to turn up eventually? When I think about it like that... How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason. I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, that certainly explains the state. At least we were able to help. What? According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Just what will we come across this time?
Sure. What shall we do?
Let's finish this, swiftly.
All right, let's head off. You called? Time to go.
Lightning Slash! They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law. But why would they take action? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's...
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? Wanaku.
What? We heard the commotion and came to see...
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribute. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. He's keeping the provisions for himself.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden...
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. Maybe we should talk to
I've never even heard of these emergency... I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse... That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently...
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I will perform certain things every month. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling.
Does it have to do with the missing...
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such a hard time. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those... We should be able to find...
We really outdid ourselves. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
You're open. Stabilize.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you, Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here, but I owe you.
Yeah, a lot, and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a gym. We better talk to this. As for you guys, you're free.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that...
Shut it. Let's...
Welcome to Tsukumomono or perhaps there's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa, let's not get it. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of food. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he's...
So that's how he was getting... But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after... So he deemed it necessary to take on the...
Wow. And no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, if you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thing. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions, and if you're still curious, why don't you go... I see... Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name...
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even... Oh, but before you go...
But...
Information is... Don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was a...
At least we now know where the emergency... Let's go talk to Kurosawa. What are you doing here?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing.
Strange. Is that... I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told, why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I... But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was... I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show... What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed before he passed away, and said to me, with this...
Hey, if you look carefully, can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to be taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person. Yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next port.
Wonder what's on the other side.
Take this!
And unrelenting willpower.
Time to go. Time to go.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end.
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo, but then we got here and overheard you talk...
From the way you're... Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. But if I'm honest,
The Grand Narukami...
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism.
Honestly, I think when I first did the quest to purify this land of Narukami Island to keep it from being destroyed. And same with the Targumi and stuff like that. The reason visions were taken is in order to prevent things like that from happening in the future. That's honestly what I think.
So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and...
So, losing your vision can cause possession?
Should I get Chongyun?
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to just now, when Nanako was attending to him. When she asked him who the people were, he said it looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hope. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up...
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it!
It's fucking Dolman. He fucking wanted to run away from the shit.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta...
How did you catch up with me? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move unless... I guess it's been a few years.
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around these...
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior?
Anzai, yes. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making swift progress. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was... I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him... So you see, I came here not to... Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring...
What? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But
Nanako,
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with completes, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that...
the head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's...
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, That's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the all... Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about... Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two.
Time to go.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junya was so excited. She has a
Why are you
really...
staring?
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at it? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past.
Lady Yai, it must be this is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But... then...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain...
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in...
Lady, I'm not...
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companion. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead.
I'm still processing it. So yeah, sorry it's gonna be paused for a bit, but I'm trying to read what it's saying and I'm just kind of blanking out, so... Alright, so I must be reading it too fast or whatever. But him and his invention were connected. And connected's the wrong word, but he and his ambition were close together. So his desire to become the best, it allowed him to gain strength to overcome pain of what he faced. And he only focused on the way ahead because of his ambition. That's what I'm understanding.
When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now.
She sounds kind of mean, though.
Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Are you talking about the Raiden Shogun?
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansa? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if there's a chance they'll end up like me one day? I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the... I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask on
that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself...
She's gonna talk to me, isn't she?
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct.
Yes, Outlander from out of Inazuma.
The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless,
Okay.
you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
And you might
I
explain?
have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
So the failures of your friend, and you have high hopes that I can fix them.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
I'm interested in what she thinks I can do for the Raiden Shogun.
She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
Really? She made it plain as day for me.
We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report...
Alright, I will be right back. I gotta go do something real quick. So, enjoy the music and enjoy the scenery. I'll be back in just a few.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Alright, we're back. Let's continue.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
The Raiden Shogun.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like they're... Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and...
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but...
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand.
You remind me
You
of
have
G,
now witnessed the
but younger
pain of those
person.
deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
I'd have to go with the first one, but neither of them is what I think.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential.
Actually, that's far from it in the eyes of a deity. It's more of their personal sides rather than their view of their nation. To be honest, this is not consequent to their desires in the foremost. That's just how it comes off to anybody that does not have the same goals or sides.
Thunder's roar, lightning's flash, the wind's assault, and the rain's descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You...
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other
Good, I ain't gotta travel.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Got it.
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to...
Yes, I will be right back. Just now, I am interested in this first question. What kind of god is the Radiant Shogun? To be honest, we've heard about their desires and their plan, but we haven't heard of who they are as an individual, regardless if they're a god or mortal.
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect,
I understand that,
and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply.
I already understood the three things, hence Inazuma.
It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Now it makes sense. She lost all emotion because of her feud with her friend. Possibly the snake, or the snake did something against her friend. An eternity is a concept made so they can make a stagnant of her sense of self, so they can see what she's going through and what she has to endure.
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, Each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
Honestly, that is incredibly likely from how it looks.
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever.
And also another reason why. Did it not want a fourth commissioner or anything else to be able to do
After all,
things?
it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the—
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
Honestly, by the time that I went over there, compared to the time that I viewed the premiere of this update for Inazuma, it seemed like one thing, but totally a different thing as I went through the island. To be honest, there is another agenda. That much I am certain of.
Ooh, Paimon has a
Oh? What would you—
Have you got a plan yet to fight—
To be honest, we do not.
That makes sense why you called for me.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
The second one is actually a very smart thing, so you actually did something
You're
good.
telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake—
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found—
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt. By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Yoimiya.
You want to know who you'll be meeting in Hanamizaka? Let's just say they'll be easy to find. You'll see what I mean when you get there.
I have a sneaking suspicion I can already perceive both steps ahead. what we're actually doing.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch. Psst. Huh? There's someone. Come on. What's going on? Can't you... Shh! Quiet! Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back. Huh?
Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right, all right.
Wise
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he? This is your fault.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition.
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently, but if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu.
Time to break him.
This is karma.
I can already see how this is gonna go down.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
A whole lot creepier than Paimon and Mac.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu.
You sure?
Yes,
Alright. Bye-bye.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Bye.
I need to train harder.
See, there's a whole armory at this police station.
Who goes there? Stabilize.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
I must withdraw.
Teach me a lesson. Soldiers, quick!
Anybody coming?
I will have order.
Wow.
I must withdraw.
I won't forget this.
Just like this.
Wind strike. This is order.
Bye-bye.
I need to train harder.
Yeah, but how do we get over here?
Time to go.
Underneath is what it looks like.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Solidify!
Brace yourselves. Gather.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Withdraw. Show me what you've got.
Take this!
Allow me. I need to. Just like this. Train harder.
Strider. Into the wind. Time to go. The wind knows me.
Well.
Time to go.
This will be interesting.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look, that must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up?
No! Those Tenryo Commission.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson. That's...
Huh? That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way. Let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself.
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want
to... Hey, this is our chance.
Yoimiya, are you sure?
Who is that? Quick, go and
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to...
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this
Whoa! Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear.
It's not clear. She's still there. I know she isn't a fool. She's gonna appear out of nowhere.
Yoimiya.
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! They could be back any...
She was still there. Skull.
Oh.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
I have a feeling it's not as it seems from the stories you hear. Why would a general let somebody of your main character go?
We're finally out of that creepy...
Yes. Finally, I've made it out.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without killing.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all up.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujusara.
Yeah.
Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him?
Pretentiously.
It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course.
Trust me, this is all for a reason.
How about we go tell Ayaka?
She's not gonna be too happy about that. But I guarantee you she'll have something to say about it. Then yeah, that's time for another wish. You know, here's what I want to know. How long has it been since I've gotten a 5-star character event wish? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, because we got Jean. 5 plus 11. 5 plus 6 is 11. 17. 23. 29. 35. 41. 47. 53. 59. 65. 71. Plus Xinyan, 72.
Follow the wind.
I see. So Kujusara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question.
Precisely. See? Told you she had wisdom.
In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler.
Honestly, I think it was a plan to get them to follow us, but hopefully they're not standing outside.
You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts. And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
There you go. You got found out.
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations...
You do present being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Toma.
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to...
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already...
You really do want to... Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to get... Let's see what we've got here. Nice! You can't go... Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now. This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen. Fortunately, Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correct.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the trick boiling cakes in hot pot...
I must apologize. To be perfect...
Uh-oh. I'm...
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted to... Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game. I think my luck has already taken a turn. So without further ado, I hear...
Oh, bruh.
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next...
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to...
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules.
Bye, Toma! seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori tea house for a while.
Time to go.
Well,
We're here. What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance, but you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato clan. It is my own individual request.
Individual request?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person I can entrust this to. A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard before, so the fact that she mentions it so frequently, it makes it difficult.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brother and... So, I am very curious about this mysterious individual. According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother. Someone with the...
Paimon thinks it sounds like...
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us? Do you need us to find her?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. Please keep everything I have told you. The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and on a more selfish note, exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy. I would not feel comfortable with anyone else in this situation.
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of payment...
Wonderful! In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all.
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then?
Alright, sounds...
I was actually going to do that later. Well, time to go to the statue of the Seven at Rito. Anyway, guys, thanks for viewing this episode. I need to take a break for a bit, so I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.